It's been a month since Ivan Joe's major operation. It took 8 hours for neurosurgeons and plastic surgeons to rebuild Ivan Joe's skull. Cutting his skull into 20 pieces and then rebuilding it with 50 screws. There's still a long road to recovery. Ivan Joe is at the Monash Children's Hospital, being closely monitored for infection.
You remember the crown, like the crown of when they put the shunt and the drop, like the crater, they cut off the skull, that crown there, and they rebuilt it by using his own skull bone. There you can see the here around this place. Here, see? This one they cut it off.
It was a complex team. It was the neurosurgical unit with a total of 3 surgeons, the plastics unit with a total of 4 surgeons, a team of anaesthetists and multiple nurses who kindly donated their time. This is a post-op scan. We did the scan to have a better look at the remodelling. We harvested his own skull bone and put it back as a patchwork quilt with screws and plates. And here you can see the valve with the tube going into the head and the tube going down into his tummy. This is the shunt. This is a different scan of his brain looking front on, and the grey is the brain and the white is the fluid, and you can see a defect through the top of his skull, allowing the fluid to circulate in this big lump. And this problem has obviously been there for a while because we see remodelling. His skull was remodelled like a funnel, allowing the fluid to exit. So it was actually this skull bone on either side that we actually harvested and worked on the bench to remodel different strips and put the scaffolding back onto his cranial mold to allow it to remold.
They came and said, okay, you can come and see Ivan. And when we go in, like, it's a new Ivan, like you said, was round.
Did the fluid come back into his head at one stage?
Yeah, because they closed the tube that ran into his stomach. From the shunt, the tube ran here. They closed it for his brain to expand, occupy the skull, and for it was sick again.
This infection led to surgeons reopening the shunt to stop what was making Ivan Joe ill.
Bye. Oh, that's the first time. Yeah.
Ivan.
He never did that. He never said bye. Bye now. Bye. He never say bye to.
Ivan Joe and Joselyn are back at the North Melbourne home, but there is still the threat of infection, and he'll continue antibiotics before he goes for another review and is allowed to go back to the farm in Kilmore.
So Ivan got an infection post-surgery, and so he's on a long course of antibiotics. He's needed them for 5-6 weeks. So he's now in his last week of IV antibiotics. He's doing really well. His infection's clearing up. His blood results are all good now. They're showing that his infection's gone away. And we have just got, hopefully, just 1 more week of the antibiotics to finish up. Next week he has to come back to see the doctors on Wednesday, and as long as they're happy with everything, then we'll be able to stop the antibiotics.
Okay, so we'll see you. Someone else will be out tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye-bye, gorgeous. Bye.
He's remote controlling me.
Yeah, I know. Bye. Bye-bye.
Because of the pressure the fluid had on Ivan Joe's brain, he needs to catch up on a range of skills, including movement. He's having regular physio treatments to encourage him to walk and crawl.
So when we first met Ivan, he was unable to sit and to crawl and to stand. And so in our therapy sessions, we've been working really hard developing all the trunk control and head control and using his muscles the way that the kids of his age will be doing. And so these therapy sessions are designed to challenge him in fun ways, and so that Ivan will learn to do all those natural movements. When we first got to meet Ivan, he was obviously adorable then, but he wasn't able to reach and grasp and to sit the way without having people supporting and holding him. So he's doing an amazing job, and every week we're seeing him improve.
Ivan Joe has only just learnt to crawl, and the physiotherapists are working on getting him to stand today. They hope to give him as much therapy as they can before he goes back to Papua New Guinea.
Fortunate where we are, and I don't think medically what we have achieved here is unfortunately available in Papua New Guinea, and I think it's a testament to the Children's Foundation that they can actually organise for this sort of help to utilise our expertise. I would be optimistic that he will continue to improve, and who's to say that he may not achieve many things as he gets older.
It's only 2 weeks before Ivan Joe and Joselyn will go back to Papua New Guinea. The threat of infection has passed, and he is now creating chaos at the Kilmore farm.
It's been 5 months after his operation, and he has recovered a lot. Now he's sitting up by himself, crawling. Now he's trying to stand by supporting himself with the chair and anything that he holds on to. And he's saying a lot of words.
Joselyn must soon say goodbye to the Children First Foundation, the surgeons, and everyone that's helped her and Ivan Joe along their journey.
So this home is like my second home here. Upset. Like I'm going to bring my baby home. It's like his new baby, new look. Yeah, so I'm very happy. I'm very thankful to the Children's First Foundation and the doctors, everybody that's support for his surgery.
No!